So can you create an online personal training business where you reduce your client times, increase your profit, and still get great client results? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 components that I took in my business to go from offline to online to achieve those sorts of results. I've got a few notes here to keep myself on track. I'm going to keep it pretty high level, but hopefully what it will give you is a framework that you can start to take your knowledge and apply this to your online program. So let's dive into step number 1. Step number 1 is having your niche audience, the people that you want to work with specifically. In my case, it was busy professional women over the age of 40, looking to lose anywhere between 30 and 50 pounds. So they had what's known as a bleeding neck problem. So emotionally, that was causing them a lot of angst, and it's something they want to sort out. When you're going online, that's really important, because if you are just a generalist online, you're going to be lost in a sea of literally thousands upon tens of thousands of personal trainers. So having a niche enables you to really get clear with your messaging to who you want to attract. The second step is to have your signature program. Now, I'll spend just a few minutes on this because it's important. So what is your signature program? That is basically your unique way of helping a person to achieve their results. In my case, it was called the Coach Me Slim and Trim. It revolved around mindset, diet and exercise. And I would highly recommend that you have a program, if you're going to go online and hopefully coach online, you include all those 3 elements, especially if you're dealing in the fat loss space, because people need that holistic approach. In my experience, just giving them a diet plan and an exercise plan to follow, even tweaking those things, in my experience, that is not enough. You need to add in some sort of coaching component, and this is what's going to help you to be able to reduce your contact time. What do I mean by that? So when I worked offline, I would sit down, I would coach people face to face. I'd have a flip chart or an iPad. They would have a journal, I would have a journal, and my session plan notes. We'd go through a session. End of that session, I'd give them some homework to go away with. So how do I now do it online? Well, I've basically taken my offline coaching sessions and I've recorded them, saved them, edited them, and uploaded them onto a platform, which I'll speak about in a moment. What that basically means is people can now access my coaching sessions independent of me, 24/7, 365 days of the year. So you need to be able to upload some sort of a coaching session that you would normally deliver face to face. Now, that's not as difficult as what it might sound. All you're basically doing is taking your experience as a trainer, the sort of things that you would normally say to a client, you are putting them into your online coaching program. Now, if you haven't got a signature offer at the moment, or you need a bit of guidance on that, just comment the word below growth, and I'll send you my free client growth engine blueprint, which will get you started on this path. Other thing to include in your signature offer are support materials. So again, when I was offline, my clients would get journals. Now that I'm online, I send all the journals out in the post, and that just increases the perceived value of your program. So that's the second step. The third step is your delivery platform. Where are you going to upload your videos so that people can actually start to access these on a regular basis? I use a platform called Kajabi, and I release my videos 1 video every week, so they're drip fed out. I do it that way because what I don't want to do, and I'm guessing you'll be the same, I don't want to overload and overwhelm the people who are going through my coaching program. That's number 1. And number 2, if I give them access to everything, the chances are they're not going to go through it sequentially. They're going to go maybe week 1, then jump to week 5, then week 3, and they're going to be all over the place. So by releasing it on a weekly basis, it keeps them in line, it keeps them in order, and it means I know they're getting the information in the order they need it, and the order that's going to be most beneficial for them, because my program basically works on week 1, week 2 builds on 1, 3 builds on 2, and so forth and so on. So make sure you drip feed your programs out there. Now, I use Kajabi, but there are other platforms out there. The fourth thing is automated email support. So with my coaching program, so let's say Monday they've listened to a video that talks about nutrition. Wednesday they get an email that comes out. Guess what the email is about? It's about nutrition. It might be giving them some more depth on what they're covering on the Monday. It might be some reminders. It might be something about their homework, but they're getting something. So it's another way for me to do a bit of a digital, bit of accountability tap on the shoulder, and they know that Eric's still around. Because let's be honest, when our clients are no longer working with us, when they leave the session, we are not necessarily top of mind. As much as we like to think we are, we're not. They've got lives to be getting on with. But if you can just land in their inbox once a week via an email, you add that into that video they've watched as well, that's quite a bit of accountability, and that's what people are paying probably the most money for. Yes, they're paying for your knowledge and your expertise and your experience, but they're also paying for that accountability as well. And then the fifth step then is the actual live coaching session element of this. So for me, I coach my clients every fortnight, so I see them every 2 weeks. Now just think about this for a second. When I was offline, I was seeing my clients weekly, let's say anywhere between an hour and 3 hours, but let's just base it on 1 hour session a week. So I'd coach them for 1 hour on a Monday, then see them the next week for 1 hour. So over the course of a month, that's 4 hours worth of coaching. Okay. Now I see them every fortnight for between 5 and 25 minutes. So the maximum I'm going to see a client for is, let's say 1 hour, 50 minutes. So I've reduced my contact time with my clients now by, what's that, 75%, but I'm still getting paid the same money I was getting paid pro rata that I was seeing a client offline for. It works incredibly well. So you may be wondering why 5 minutes and why 25 minutes. There's a reason for that. I say 5 minutes to the clients because, look, there'll be some weeks where they are incredibly busy and they haven't got time to jump on a Zoom, but they just want to check in and tell me how well things are going and everything's working fantastically well. Great, it's 5 minutes, it's done, it's dusted. And that can be done on Zoom, but typically those 5 minute calls are done over the phone, just a conversation. 25 minutes if they've got questions, they've got some challenges, they're struggling, or we just want to celebrate the success they've had. That would then occupy the full 25 minutes. Even if you were seeing your clients for a whole hour, let's just say it was an hour session that you were doing, that still come down from 4 hours to 1 hour, and you're getting the same results, less contact time and more profitable. So those are the things I put in place in my business to make it less contact time, more profitable, but still getting great client results. Now again, if you don't have your signature offer at the moment, comment below growth and I'll send you a link to my free training of my client growth engine. Just comment growth below and I'll send that off to you. In the meantime, check out the next YouTube video.